When it comes to compact SUVs, two names dominate countless shopping lists: the Volkswagen Tiguan and the Mazda CX-5. On paper, they are competitors in the same segment, each promising stylish looks, practical interiors, and enough refinement to handle both city commutes and family road trips. But reliability, that often overlooked pillar of ownership satisfaction, is where the battle between these two vehicles becomes sharp and decisive. And it's here, beneath the glossy showroom lights and marketing campaigns, that the Mazda CX-5 and Volkswagen Tiguan show their true colors. The Volkswagen Tiguan has long been praised for its premium feel, a trait that makes it stand apart from many mainstream rivals. Its interior finishes and tech-laden design carry an unmistakably European flavor. And for buyers who want their family hauler to feel more upscale, the Tiguan often scores the first impression victory. Yet, owning a Tiguan past the honeymoon phase is where many drivers discover the darker side of German complexity. Electronics tend to be the Tiguan's Achilles heel. Owners frequently report infotainment systems that freeze or glitch, climate controls that give out at the worst possible times, and electrical sensors that trigger frustrating warning lights without real mechanical issues to back them up. These gremlins do not always immobilize the vehicle, but they do send drivers back to dealerships more often than they'd like, where parts and labor costs are anything but cheap. The powertrain is another area where the Tiguan has drawn scrutiny. Turbocharged four-cylinder engines give the SUV plenty of punch, but they bring along the kind of long-term risks that many Volkswagen owners know all too well. Timing chain tensioner issues, occasional turbo failures, and transmission hiccups have all appeared across different years of the Tiguan's history. While not every model year is plagued equally, the second-generation Tiguan, launched in 2018, has been especially noted for electrical and transmission-related complaints. Even earlier models from 2009 through 2012 have their share of headaches, with reports of engine and cooling system problems that translate into repair bills climbing into the thousands. The Mazda CX-5 tells a different story. Where the Tiguan dazzles at first sight, the CX-5 builds loyalty over years of trouble-free driving. Mazda has consistently earned praise for building SUVs that are mechanically straightforward yet refined, and the CX-5 embodies this philosophy. Its naturally aspirated Skyactiv engines are less powerful on paper than Volkswagen's turbocharged offerings, but they are far more durable. Failures of major components like engines and transmissions are notably rare in the CX-5's history. Owners instead tend to point to small frustrations, such as infotainment systems that lag or freeze, or minor electrical glitches that are more nuisance than catastrophe. These issues are usually handled with software updates or relatively inexpensive fixes, unlike the Tiguan's more complex and costly repairs. That difference shows up in recall histories as well. Both vehicles have seen recalls, particularly around airbags and safety systems, since no modern car is truly immune to such campaigns. Mazda, however, has a record of fewer major mechanical recalls, while Volkswagen's more sophisticated technology has led to wider-ranging fixes. Legal action has even touched both brands. Mazda has faced lawsuits over infotainment defects in multiple models, while Volkswagen's reputation still wrestles with the ghost of Dieselgate and ongoing scrutiny of its electronic reliability. These broader issues reinforce a theme. Volkswagen offers engineering ambition that sometimes outruns its reliability, while Mazda tends to favor tried-and-true design that keeps ownership simple. The financial side of reliability cannot be ignored. Average repair costs tell a story of their own. RepairPal estimates the Mazda CX-5's annual repair and maintenance cost around $447, while the Tiguan sits much higher at roughly $730 per year. That gap reflects not just the number of problems, but the complexity of repairs once they occur. A Tiguan owner dealing with a transmission repair or turbocharger replacement can see bills easily exceed $3,000. Even smaller electronic failures often require specialized diagnostic work at the dealer, with parts that are not cheap. By comparison, the CX-5's common repairs, such as brake pad replacements, suspension fixes, or the occasional infotainment issue, tend to stay in the hundreds rather than the thousands, making them easier to absorb for the average driver. Used market pricing further sharpens the contrast. A 2018 Mazda CX-5 in good condition typically sells today for between $15,000 and $20,000, depending on mileage and trim. Newer 2020 to 2021 models often range between $20,000 and $25,000, holding value well thanks to the SUV's reliability reputation. The Tiguan, meanwhile, often depreciates more steeply. A 2018 model can be found for as little as $12,000 to $16,000, while even the newer 2020 to 2021 models may fetch between $18,000 and $23,000. On the surface, that sounds like a bargain, but depreciation often reflects market awareness. Buyers are wary of higher repair costs down the line, and that skepticism pushes resale values down. In essence, Tiguan owners pay part of their reliability penalty upfront when it's time to sell or trade in. The story becomes even clearer when we look at which years to buy and which to avoid. For the Tiguan, earlier models from 2009 through 2012 are best avoided due to engine and cooling issues, while 2018 and 2019 models in particular have drawn complaints about electronics and transmissions. More recent versions, especially 2022 and beyond, have improved but still carry the brand's lingering reliability stigma. The Mazda CX-5, by contrast, shines brightest in model years from 2017 onward, when Mazda updated styling and improved interior quality while keeping its mechanical reliability intact. Even earlier years like 2014 to 2016 are solid used buys, with very few serious problem areas to report. The experience of owning each vehicle reflects these differences. A Tiguan can feel more premium when you first climb inside, with its crisp design, tight handling, and European flair. But ownership satisfaction often diminishes as visits to the dealership mount, especially once the factory warranty expires. A CX-5, in contrast, may not dazzle with outright luxury, but it quietly wins over its owners by working every day without drama. Its interior, while simpler, has steadily improved in quality, and the driving dynamics are surprisingly engaging for an SUV that prides itself more on durability than flash. Ultimately, this comparison comes down to whether you value style and short-term gratification over long-term dependability. The Volkswagen Tiguan is not a bad SUV, but it is riskier. It offers a taste of European refinement at an accessible price, but that price often includes hidden costs down the road in repairs and depreciation. The Mazda CX-5 may not boast the same prestige badge or turbocharged flair, but it delivers what many families truly need: reliability, affordability, and the confidence that your SUV will keep going strong well past 100,000 miles. In the fierce battle between the Tiguan and the CX-5, the outcome is not really a toss-up. The Mazda wins because it consistently delivers lower ownership costs, fewer breakdowns, and stronger resale values. The Tiguan appeals to the heart, but the CX-5 wins with its head. And when it comes to reliability, it's always the practical choice that proves itself on the road. If you found the video useful, be sure to hit the like button to support us. Thank you.